Love the Eagles as much as we do? Then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. Guys, hold on to your seats because what I'm about to say might just shake the NFL world to its core. You may have seen whispers floating around, some post-deleted minutes after going live, a few cryptic emojis, and of course that one Instagram story that no one can stop talking about. But it's picking up steam, and sources close to the situation, allegedly of course, are saying that Christian McCaffrey, yes, CMC himself, is about to make a blockbuster move to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, nothing's officially confirmed by the franchise, and the players' camp has remained tight-lipped, but the buzz is undeniable. The smoke is thick, and you know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. This could be the kind of move that not only shocks the league, but rewrites the power dynamics of the NFC entirely. Think about it. McCaffrey in midnight green. It almost doesn't feel real, but at the same time, the pieces are starting to make too much sense. From roster needs to cap gymnastics and even personal motivations, the puzzle looks like it's snapping together. And if it does, Philly might be looking at its next dynasty chapter. So how do we even get here? Well, the whispers began subtly. A vague tweet here, a beat reporter there mentioning internal discussions. No names, no direct sources, just that vague NFL chatter that usually disappears after a day or two. But this time, it stuck. Because shortly after that, McCaffrey himself did something that fans know is never a coincidence. He liked a tweet about the Eagles' offensive line. Then came the eyes emoji, classic athlete tease, and boom, the rumor mill exploded. Podcasts were buzzing, Reddit was melting down, and insiders began saying that Philly was in serious talks for a high-profile back. And who else could fit that description? Honestly, it's McCaffrey or bust. The Eagles, already a terrifying team on both sides of the ball, have long been looking for that one missing piece in the backfield since the departure of Miles Sanders. And while Swift had his moments, CMC brings that elite, do-it-all, Hall of Fame potential. If the Eagles really are in on him, this isn't just a move, it's a statement. Now, we got to talk logistics because this isn't Madden where you just drag and drop players. McCaffrey has a big contract. We know that. He's one of the highest-paid running backs in the league, and rightfully so. The man's a machine. He runs, he catches, he blocks, he leads. But it also means the Eagles would have to do some financial maneuvering. That said, Howie Roseman, the Eagles GM, is basically the Houdini of the NFL salary cap. He's made wizard-level trades before, restructured deals out of thin air, and built contender after contender by pulling strings no one saw coming. If there's any front office in the league that could pull this off, it's Philly's. There's already talk of a few key contracts being restructured, and perhaps even a surprise trade or two to make room. People are connecting dots between this and some unusual decisions made during the offseason. A few moves that didn't make sense at the time. They're starting to look a lot more calculated in retrospect. Roseman has done it before, and if he sees McCaffrey as the final infinity stone, he'll snap his fingers and make it happen. And what would McCaffrey bring to this Eagles offense? Oh, just everything. Picture Jalen Hurts with CMC lined up beside him. Defenses wouldn't know where to look. RPOs would be unstoppable. You stack the box to stop McCaffrey, Hurts takes it outside. You spy the QB, McCaffrey splits out wide and torches a linebacker in coverage. It would be a play caller's dream and a defensive coordinator's nightmare. Let's not forget that Philly already has elite weapons on the outside. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and a top-5 offensive line to keep everything clean. Insert McCaffrey into that ecosystem, and you're talking about a top-3 offense minimum. The guy had over 2,000 scrimmage yards just 2 years ago. He doesn't just get yards, he manufactures them. This wouldn't be a luxury pickup. It'd be a strategic nuke aimed at the rest of the NFC. A response to the Niners, a message to the Cowboys, and a direct shot at another Super Bowl run. The Eagles aren't playing checkers. They're playing 4D chess. But what does this mean for San Francisco? Because make no mistake, this would be a seismic shift. The Niners have built their offense around McCaffrey since acquiring him, and he's been nothing short of sensational in Shanahan's scheme. Losing him would change everything. It would force them to rethink not just the running back position, but their entire offensive identity. And while they have other weapons, Debo, Kittle, Ayuk, it's CMC who often keeps the engine running. The fact that there's even a whisper of him leaving is a bit shocking, honestly. But you've got to wonder, is there something we don't know? Maybe some behind-the-scenes tension? A contract issue brewing? Or maybe, just maybe, the Niners are trying to get ahead of a curve, moving a high-value asset before any decline begins. It's wild to think about, but this is the NFL. Nothing stays the same for long. Stars move, dynasties fall, and out of nowhere, the balance of power can shift with a single transaction. If this McCaffrey to Philly rumor is legit, the ripple effects could reshape both conferences. Now, let's pivot to McCaffrey himself. Why would he want this? On the surface, it doesn't make much sense. He's in a winning system, adored by fans, and playing some of the best football of his career. But when you dig deeper, there might be more to this than we realize. First off, McCaffrey is a legacy player, a guy who wants to be remembered not just for stats, but for rings. And maybe, just maybe, he's looking at Philly and thinking, that's my best shot. Let's not forget, the Niners have had heartbreaking playoff exits. Philly has come just as close, but they've also shown a ruthless edge in acquiring elite talent. McCaffrey might be drawn to that mentality. There's also the Jalen Hurts factor. We've heard players rave about playing with him, his leadership, his poise, his commitment. For a veteran like McCaffrey, that's huge. Add in the city, the culture, the fan base that lives football, and the pieces start falling into place. It's a place where legends are made, and CMC might be thinking it's time for a new chapter, one that ends with a Lombardi. And then there's the social media puzzle. Because let's be honest, athletes don't do anything by accident on those platforms. You don't just follow the Eagles' official account out of the blue unless something's cooking. You don't drop green heart emojis unless you want people to talk. And you definitely don't suddenly start training in Philly's off-season facility unless plans are being drawn. Yeah, that happened. A video surfaced, unconfirmed, grainy, classic leak stuff, but allegedly showing McCaffrey in South Philly last week. Was it him? Was it just a look-alike? We don't know for sure, but fans are already convinced. The Reddit detectives are breaking it down frame by frame. Theories are flying. And honestly, it all feels just crazy enough to be real. We've seen stuff like this before. Remember when A.J. Brown was posting cryptic stuff before he left Tennessee? Same vibe, same digital breadcrumbs. In today's NFL, you almost have to read between the lines. And when you do, the trail seems to lead straight to Lincoln Financial Field. It's also worth pointing out that timing matters. We're deep into the offseason. Training camps are ramping up, and this is the moment when big trades happen, especially the ones that make headlines. Teams are finalizing rosters, plugging holes, and making those final, aggressive moves to tip the scales. If this McCaffrey move were to happen, now is the window. And for Philly, it might be about more than just football. It could be about culture, legacy, and maintaining their place at the top of the NFC food chain. You think Roseman watched the Niners dance all over the NFC last season and didn't take notes? This is chess, and CMC is the queen on the board. You get him, and the possibilities multiply. Screens, counters, jet sweeps, play action. It all becomes more dangerous. And Philly fans? They would go absolutely nuclear. Jerseys would fly off the shelves. The stadium would erupt. It's the kind of move that lights a fire in the locker room and sends shockwaves through the league. The Eagles aren't just building a team, they're building a legacy. And McCaffrey might just be the final piece. Christian McCaffrey to the Eagles? The rumor mill is spinning like crazy, and the buzz across NFL circles is growing louder by the day. Imagine the impact if McCaffrey, one of the most dynamic and versatile running backs in recent memory, were to land in Philadelphia. The Eagles have been hungry for a true game-changer in their backfield, and Christian's skill set fits that mold perfectly. It's almost as if the stars are aligning for a blockbuster move that could shake up the NFC East and ripple through the entire league. What would this mean for the Eagles' offensive strategy? Could McCaffrey elevate their rushing attack while also becoming a lethal threat in the passing game? The potential is immense. His unique blend of speed, vision, and and receiving ability could open up new dimensions for the Eagles' playbook, making them a nightmare matchup for defenses. Rumors suggest talks are already underway behind closed doors, with Philly execs eager to add a player who can shift the balance of power. While nothing is official yet, insiders hint that McCaffrey's camp is intrigued by the Eagles' vision, signaling that this move might be more than just speculation. The buzz is definitely real, and the countdown to a possible announcement has fans on the edge of their seats. Beyond the obvious football skills, McCaffrey's versatility stands out as a perfect match for what the Eagles might need. Philly's offense, known for its creativity and adaptability, could be turbocharged with a player who can run, catch, and even block with elite prowess. There's talk that the coaching staff has been in close contact with McCaffrey's representatives, discussing how he could fit into their evolving system. The Eagles have a reputation for maximizing talent, and McCaffrey's all-around abilities might just be the missing piece in their championship puzzle. From breaking tackles to catching out of the backfield, his presence could force defenses to adjust their game plans entirely. Some sources hint that Philadelphia could be willing to offer a lucrative contract package, coupled with the promise of a featured role, something that McCaffrey might be craving after his recent injury struggles. Could this opportunity to be a focal point on a talented squad be the carrot that finally sways McCaffrey's decision? The whispers around the league suggest that Philly is quietly positioning itself as the frontrunner, but the drama is far from over. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The timing of this potential move adds another layer to the intrigue. With the offseason in full swing, teams are aggressively making their moves, trying to get a jump on their rivals. The Eagles, known for their bold maneuvers, could be gearing up to unveil a surprise acquisition that sends shockwaves through the league. McCaffrey's availability, combined with the Eagles' hunger for a top-tier back, creates a perfect storm of possibilities. There are even murmurs that other teams are circling, interested in McCaffrey's services, but none have presented as compelling a case as Philadelphia. The city's passionate fan base, combined with a solid roster and a proven coaching staff, might offer the ideal environment for McCaffrey to reestablish himself as a dominant force. Speculation is mounting about the exact terms of any deal, with some insiders suggesting a multi-year contract that underscores the Eagles' commitment to building around their new star. While negotiations can be tricky and unpredictable, the potential for this union to happen seems to be gaining serious momentum. The excitement is tangible, and the NFL world is watching closely. Looking deeper into McCaffrey's recent career trajectory, his injuries have been a concern, but also a source of motivation for a fresh start. The idea of a new team and a new system could be just what he needs to rejuvenate his career. The Eagles' medical and training staff have a strong reputation for player rehabilitation and longevity, which could appeal to McCaffrey as he looks to regain peak form. There are whispers that the Eagles have conducted thorough due diligence on his health status and are confident in their ability to get him back to full strength. This potential partnership is not just about raw talent, but about timing, health, and fit. McCaffrey's ability to contribute both on the ground and through the air aligns perfectly with Philadelphia's multifaceted offensive approach. The buzz is that both sides see this as a win-win scenario. McCaffrey gets a fresh start in a supportive environment, and the Eagles add a player capable of game-changing plays. While the final details are still being hashed out, the rumor mill is working overtime, making fans wonder if this deal could be the headline of the offseason. In addition to the on-field benefits, McCaffrey's arrival could have a ripple effect on the Eagles' locker room dynamics and culture. Known for his work ethic and professionalism, Christian could quickly become a locker room leader, inspiring younger players and adding another layer of competitiveness. Philly's team chemistry, already strong, might get a boost from having such a high-caliber athlete joining the fold. Sources close to the team hint at excitement within the Eagles organization about the potential to sign a player with McCaffrey's talent and character. This move could signal the franchise's intent not just to compete, but to dominate, sending a message across the NFL that Philadelphia is serious about contending for a Super Bowl. Rumors also suggest that McCaffrey's presence could impact draft strategy, with the Eagles possibly shifting their focus towards strengthening the offensive line or other complementary positions. The chess game continues, and McCaffrey's potential arrival might be just the opening move in a series of calculated moves aimed at building a championship-caliber team. Financially, this possible deal raises interesting questions about salary cap management and long-term strategy. The Eagles would likely have to make some tough decisions to accommodate McCaffrey's contract demands, balancing the need to keep key players while adding a marquee name. Insiders speculate that Philadelphia's front office is confident in their ability to navigate these challenges, possibly restructuring contracts or offloading certain players to free up space. McCaffrey's contract could include performance incentives and guaranteed money that reflect both his past achievements and the risk associated with his recent injuries. The buzz is that both sides are motivated to find a middle ground that satisfies McCaffrey's value and the Eagles' financial framework. This negotiation phase is crucial and could make or break the deal. While the rumors swirl, it's clear that the Eagles are willing to invest significant resources to bring a player of McCaffrey's caliber on board. This strategic financial planning underlines the organization's commitment to immediate success, signaling they're ready to bet big on a player who could transform their offense. The fan reaction to these rumors has been electric, with social media exploding with excitement, speculation, and debates. Eagles fans are dreaming about highlight reel runs, clutch receptions, and a revitalized offense led by one of the most talented backs in the league. The possibility of McCaffrey joining Philly has become a trending topic among NFL enthusiasts, sparking discussions about how this move could reshape the NFC landscape. Some fans are cautiously optimistic, aware of the risks involved with signing a player with a recent injury history. Others are fully embracing the idea, convinced that McCaffrey's talent outweighs any concerns. This buzz adds an extra layer of energy around the Eagles as the offseason progresses, increasing anticipation for what could be a transformative signing. If this deal goes through, it won't just be a football story. It will be a cultural moment for the city and the franchise. The conversation is heating up, and the world is waiting to see if the rumors will turn into reality. Finally, the broader NFL community is watching closely, with rival teams analyzing the potential impact of McCaffrey's move to Philadelphia. Analysts and insiders are debating how this acquisition could shift power dynamics across the league. Could the Eagles suddenly become the favorite in the NFC? What adjustments will opponents need to make to defend against a McCaffrey-led offense? These are the questions fueling endless speculation. The potential signing is already being dissected on sports shows, podcasts, and articles, with experts weighing in on its significance. While some caution that injuries and chemistry are always variables, the consensus is that adding McCaffrey would be a bold, high-reward move for Philly. As the rumor mill spins faster, everyone is eager to see if the Eagles will make this headline-grabbing acquisition official. For now, it's all about the build-up, the what-ifs, and the tantalizing possibility of a new superstar in the city of brotherly love. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.